Nice.
Oh, it's already on spotlight.
Cool. Okay, so microphone is working, I hope.
Can you hear us?
So we'll do a check, make sure everyone can hear us. I can, yeah,
yes.
Nice,
okay.
Perfect.
We're in.
All right, so round 2 of cooking. Maybe before we start, do you want to show the cookies that we made earlier? So, is that visible on the screen, I think?
Kind of.
Ooh, these are the cookies. Nice.
Yeah, maybe just take one and show it.
Yeah.
This is our Frosty.
Yeah. So, turned out much better than I expected. And good news is we did not burn down the kitchen, so we're still here.
Small problem is solved.
Nice.
So we have to give it a taste test.
Okay. All right. And then a rating out of 5. I would say delicious.
It's a little bit crunchy.
Mm.
We probably left it in the oven a little bit too long, but it's still a tasty cookie.
Very nice.
It will make me fat. So.
Exactly. Important for winter. Nice. So, and I'm being completely honest when I say this is probably the best cookie I have ever eaten.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Mark.
Because I made it.
You're the one that made it.
Sorry. No, I need to stop eating now. But delicious. Okay. So, do we want to look at some Christmas questions?
Oh, yes.
I believe we have some Christmas questions to start off with for our Christmassy mood, which we can show on the screen shortly. So,
okay, you want to read the questions for him, Mark?
Yeah, this is the Christmas pub quiz. 3 more questions for everybody. And let's see. So, first question. Which pop song has won the Christmas singles chart #1 twice? Which pop song has won the Christmas singles chart #1 twice? Interesting.
Should be interesting.
Do you have any ideas, Eric? What would your guess be?
Well, my guess would probably be Mariah, something with the Mariah Carey. What's that? All I Want for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that one that's on the shops every time.
It's always on the radio. I strongly dislike this song.
Okay. Good to know. I have no clue, so we'll see. So, I should stop eating cookies now. Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeer, can we say that a bit further? Comes first. Alphabetically, which of Santa's reindeers come first? So
I know this one, but I can't say it.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I only know one reindeer. That's Rudolph. So my guess is Rudolph because there's only one.
Yeah, but that starts with an R, so it's probably not the first.
But if I don't know the other ones, that's going to be my only guess. And third question. Which city is Die Hard set in?
So Die Hard, what's Die Hard, Mark?
It's a very Christmassy movie. It's all about togetherness and friendship. But no, actually, it's with Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
And a movie with Bruce Willis. He's a police officer, and he gets trapped in a building at Christmas with terrorists. Lots of shooting, very Christmassy.
For us, for some reason, that is a Christmas movie because it's set during Christmas time. That's the only reason. It's the man's Christmas action film. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the German title is Stirb langsam. Die slowly.
Lovely Christmas movie.
Great, yeah. So those are the 3 questions. Feel free to give your answers as we go. I'm gonna stop the share, so hopefully you noted them down. That way we can see what you say in the chat.
Good cookies.
Mark is happy eating his cookies. Okay, so
do we have any questions yet?
So far, no.
Perfect. Then we can check that later. So next step is to start some cooking. So earlier we cooked some cookies, delicious, delicious cookies. And now we are going to bake or make a nice British dish. Mwah. We eat this at Christmas. We also eat this the rest of the year. It's a very basic dish. Of course, it's British. And I'm going to get Erik to cook this for me, which means I don't have to do anything. I can sit back and relax.
And eat some more cookies.
I feel a little bit sick after all this sugar. So I guess the first thing we need to do is the handover ceremony of the apron.
Very important.
So very, very important. So here we go. Oops. There you go, sir.
I also noticed that this apron is branded Original Calf Kidston London. I don't know. I guess we're keeping it British, yeah?
Yeah, I think Original London is, you can write that on pretty much everything. Can you tie that okay?
No.
Yeah. This is the best part of the show, what everybody wants to see. That handing over of the apron.
What also is important for British cooking, Mark?
Ooh, well, first step, the first thing you must do if you are British and you are cooking, the first step is wine. You need a glass of wine, otherwise you cannot cook. So first step.
Important, yeah?
Yeah. We have 2 bottles of wine here, red and white. What would you prefer, Erik?
What's the right cooking wine? Is it red or is it white?
That's a good question. I would just go with your preference because you want to enjoy it as you drink it.
I think we should go for red.
Red? All right.
Christmas, you know?
Nice. Okay. So, start off with the most important thing, some wine. It's not British wine because that would probably be very disgusting. So, we bought ourselves a nice bottle of Primitivo. I'm guessing it's Italian. I think it's nice. So, and feel free if you're watching to also drink a glass of something along with us as we cook. Then you can really feel the Britishness.
It's not too early to have a glass of wine, is it?
No, anytime after 12 o'clock. Unless you're in a pub and then it's 10 a.m. That's when the pubs open in the UK.
So then, cheers.
Cheers.
To good cooking.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Oh, my. How's the chat doing? Anybody answer any of the questions? No.
Let's take a look. So, Charlotte says the apron suits you wonderfully.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, really brings out your eyes. I think that's very nice. Cool. And then we have Barney. He has said the first, for the first question, Bohemian Rhapsody.
So the first question was #1 on the charts.
Yes.
Times, yeah?
What do you think? Bohemian Rhapsody?
It doesn't sound like a Christmas song.
No, but it was a good song. Who knows?
It was. But
I don't think that was the correct answer, though, although it was a very good guess. It is? Okay, it is the correct answer. Shows what I know about Christmas songs. I thought, no, never mind. All right. Cool.
That is the correct answer. Yeah?
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nice. All right, then. Well done, Barney. You know more than I do when it comes to quizzes. Very cool. So, second one, he also suggested Blitzen. Blitzen? Okay.
Do you know the names of the reindeer, Mark?
I only know Rudolph. Yes. I have literally no idea what this could be.
Yes.
What do you think?
The names of the reindeer are Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Okay.
And Blitzen is the first one alphabetically, so that's correct.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Perfect. So far, so good. 2 out of 2. And then the third one, Die Hard. Which city was this set in? Barney says Los Angeles. Okay.
That is also correct.
Yeah.
We have an expert with us. Bernhard is an expert.
Cool. Okay. He must be a big fan of Die Hard.
I think so.
Watch it every Christmas. Very cool. Okay, nice. So very well done. You got all of those questions right.
So what's the first step, Mark? What are we making?
We are making a delicious meal called Toad in the Hole.
Sounds funny. What is that?
Well, Toad in the Hole is basically we will use flour, mix it together with some eggs, and then we will put it into a tray or baking dish here. And then we will add some sausages into it. And that's about it.
Okay. When do we eat the toad?
The toad comes in the middle. We have to go and get the toad and you pop it in the middle.
Okay.
Jokes. No, I have no idea why it's called Toad in the Hole. That's just one of those British names that we will never understand.
The British make funny names for everything.
Yes, we do. I'm sure there's a reason, but who knows? Cool. Okay.
So where should I start?
Nice. So step 1 is we need to go through the ingredients.
Okay.
So ingredients, we need flour. Do we have flour?
Check.
Nice. Cool. Do we have eggs?
I think so. Oh, very British. Yeah? Only British people have an egg tote for 2. Yeah?
Well, actually, this was not prepared by me.
Oh, okay.
This was prepared by Anna Marie, and she very kindly organized these ingredients for me. I hope they are correct. We're going to check them anyway. It's not that I don't trust you, Anna Marie, but we have to be very thorough just in case.
Okay. What's the next?
Then we need milk.
Milk. I think this is milk.
We shall see.
Yes.
Nice.
That's milk.
Perfect. And we need the sausages.
Here we have grobe bratwurst. I hope that's sausage.
Yeah. So this recipe, you can use many different kinds of sausages, depending on the country you're in. Sometimes there are different types that are better. A normal recipe that I use from the BBC uses chipolatas, but I could not find these, so we will take these sausages here. They should work the same. It's not so important.
Okay.
Perfect. So I think we should start with, let's measure and make sure we have all the correct amounts.
Okay.
So let me double check, but if I remember correctly with my recipe book, we need 140 grams of plain flour.
Okay.
And how much
152.
is 152. Then
Well, the bag be that much? Very.
could be. Maybe you could just tip all the flour on the scales and see if that works. No, we'll say that's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yep.
Make it work.
Cool. Eggs. 2 eggs.
2 eggs. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. And then we need the milk.
How much
So
milk?
milk should be 175 milliliters. So maybe we can pour it into the measuring cup. Let us see. And how much do we have there?
175. Hey.
Nice, perfect. Okay. Round of applause to Anna Marie for preparing that. Good job. Cool. Okay. So then first step is actually to start cooking the sausages.
Okay. Let's cook
So
sausages.
once we get these started, and then we can move to making the batter. So normally for the sausages, you can sometimes cook them in the oven or you can fry them in a pan. It's up to you, whichever way you make the sausages. It can depend on the sausage, I guess. So in this case, we will fry them in a pan because it's quick and easy, which is my favorite for cooking.
Okay.
All right. So we have 5 sausages. I think you can set the pan or turn it on.
Yep,
Is it
it's on. It's
Cool.
heating up.
Nice. So we can wait for that to heat a little bit, and then we can throw in the sausages. Cool. Nice. So, and earlier, Eric, you told me you were from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
How is Christmas in Arizona normally? Do you eat toad in the hole as well?
I would say probably not.
Okay, fine.
Christmas in Arizona is maybe it's different for different people. We like to have cinnamon rolls in the morning.
Ooh, okay.
Cinnamon, do you know the German word for cinnamon rolls?
I do not. Zimt something? Zimt rollen? No idea.
Does anybody out there know?
The German word for cinnamon rolls.
It's okay. Oh, yes. We have it.
Zimtschnecken. Ah, nice. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Schnecker.
Cinnamon snails. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
It sounds British too. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that could be. Yeah. I prefer cinnamon toads, but you know, each to their own.
In the morning, we have cinnamon snails for breakfast with coffee.
Delicious.
And then we open our presents.
Is this on the 24th of December, on Christmas Eve, or the 25th?
This is on the 25th.
The 25th.
25th is more important for us
Okay.
than the 24th.
All right, okay. Nice.
After we've opened our presents, let's see, it's heating up. Then we make sandwiches, and it's more like a buffet style. So it means all of the material is there. So some meat, some cheese, maybe some potato chips.
Okay.
And we put it all out on the counter. And the rule is eat when you're hungry. And that's your food for the whole day. So
right, okay.
No cooking.
Oh.
Just eating sandwiches. And if you're young, you get to drink water or juice. And when you're older, beer or wine.
Oh, okay.
Trick. Yeah. So it's a very relaxing day for us in Arizona. And the weather's like it is today, very warm. So we might go outside, ride some bikes.
Nice. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting.
Shoot some guns.
Of course. What else to do on Christmas Day? Nice. Very cool.
Okay. Is there anything I need to be doing while these are cooking?
Once they have started, we've got the right temperature, then we can start on making the batter.
Butter?
Batter.
What is batter?
Batter is when we take the flour and the milk and the eggs, mix them together, and this is what we need to create the, let's say, the hole for the toads to go in.
That's why it's that. Okay. So, should I get started on that, Mark?
Yes, I recommend we do that whilst the sausages are cooking.
Okay.
So
what do I do?
Right, so I would say put in the flour first.
Completely, yeah?
Yeah. Just chuck it all in.
Without the bag.
I think for the flavor, it's better without the bag.
Okay.
We could try that next time.
British food. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So you don't need to do this, but what you could do is make a little hole in the middle of the flour.
For the toad.
And this is where we're going to put the eggs, just so it's in the middle. It's not necessary, but can be a little bit helpful. Perfect. Okay. Very nice. So now you need to crack the 2 eggs and crack them into the middle of the flour. Nice wine as well. I'll just turn the sausages while we do this. Okay, so we have the flour in, and then we have the eggs.
Do I have to mix the eggs?
Yes, at this point, I think we can use the mixer and start mixing.
Without mixing it before?
You can try mixing before if you want. You can do it both ways.
Okay.
Nice.
Does the flour go everywhere, or is it safe in the mixer?
I think you can, if you want to mix them together, if you think that will prevent the flour from going everywhere, that also works.
Might be a good idea. Oh, nice. We'll just try it. I mean, Mark, you're the boss here. So.
Cool. Yeah, and it's not my kitchen, so it's not a problem for me. Sorry, Caroline. So, and then I'll help you here because as you mix, I'll start pouring in the milk.
While I'm mixing?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Good, good. Nice, nice. A little bit of milk. Yeah, good. Very nice. More milk. Very good. Nice, yeah. More milk here. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. Mwah. Lovely batter. And there we go.
How long do I mix for?
Keep mixing it until it's very fluid. And when you think it's about ready to pour, nice. Okay, looks good. Let's check. Is it nice and fluid? Yeah, very cool. Okay. So let me check.
Is this too big?
Very nice. This might be too big for the quantity. So if we have a smaller tray, maybe this one would be nice. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. You can pop it on here. Nice. All right. Cool. Very nice. Then we can leave that to stand until the sausages are ready. Okay. And they must be nice and cooked. So I'll move here while you do that. Okay, very nice.
Mark, I feel like this was easier than
Well, it's British food, so it's never that complicated. And probably not as delicious as the nice cookies. But you can make a large quantity of it, and it's easy to make, and it's difficult to go wrong. Those are very important steps with British food.
It's really like slide around a lot.
Yeah.
It's like seals.
Like seal. I've never heard a sausage compared to a seal before. And how long have you lived in Magdeburg, Erik?
I have lived in Magdeburg since April 2011.
Wow, a long time.
Nearly 10 years.
Okay.
And believe it or not, there was no Damaskusplatz Baustelle then.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Ancient times.
I know what it looks like before. Yeah.
Wow, okay. Maybe you have some pictures of this time, black and white.
I probably.
Okay. And how does Magdeburg compare to Phoenix, Arizona?
Much colder.
Okay, fair enough.
Magdeburg's quite small compared to Phoenix, Arizona, but I prefer this.
How many people live in Phoenix?
About 5 million.
5 million?
5 million, yeah.
Wow, it's about the size of the UK. Okay, that's a lot of people.
Where do you come from, Mark?
I come from the UK. Specifically, I come from England, and I come from the east coast of England. It's called Lincolnshire.
Like Abraham Lincoln?
I think he originates from there, yeah. Yeah.
And how big is that?
Lincolnshire is a county, and in the whole county, I would say it's a very rural area. Lots of villages, a few towns. I think only one city in Lincolnshire. It's in the east coast of England. And I think for the population, there are far more chickens than there are people. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. More chickens than people. It's kind of like in New Zealand, more sheep. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. In fact, my first job from my small village when I was younger was to work on a chicken farm. Oh yeah.
What did you do to the chickens?
I let the chickens run around and I collected their eggs. So I was a professional egg collector. Like this. 4 hours every morning, Saturday and Sunday. Yes. Very, very important job.
Did you have fancy egg collectors, egg holders like that?
Not like this. These are far more fancy than what we had. Have you ever been to the UK before, Eric?
Yeah, I have. It was the first country I went to overseas, to London.
Ooh, okay.
I had a meeting with the Queen.
Oh, of course. Yeah. She greets everybody on arrival from Phoenix.
For Americans.
Yeah. Nice, okay.
And then I did have the chance to go to the Yorkshire Dales.
Okay.
I don't know where that is. I know that it's in Yorkshire.
In the Dales in Yorkshire. That's the north of England. So if you go north from London, maybe 1 or 2 hours, maybe 2 hours in your car, you get to the area of Yorkshire. It's quite a large area for England, but normally in England, nothing is really that far. It's the distances are a lot smaller than most of the countries. Okay, and what did you do in the Yorkshire Dales?
We went there on holiday with the family. Not my parents, but my girlfriend's parents. And we didn't really do much. We enjoyed the countryside.
Yeah.
It was very, very beautiful.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
And then
was it raining when you were there?
No. Oh yeah, first we were in Manchester. I've been to Manchester as well.
Are you sure you were in England? If it wasn't raining?
Yeah, I
Suspicious.
have a good point.
Yeah. It's always raining in the UK.
I also went to Scotland one time.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
We had the great idea to go camping. Turns out it's very rainy in Scotland.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Difficult place to go camping.
Right, okay. Oh, nice. Oh. So
okay.
you...
Do we need to heat the oven by chance?
Yes, we can start preheating the oven. Right. I would say about 200 degrees Celsius. Not Fahrenheit.
Not Fahrenheit. Now
no.
In England, do you guys use Fahrenheit or Celsius?
We use Celsius.
Okay.
If you say Fahrenheit, I have no idea how much that is. I hear often on perhaps TV shows from America, they say the temperature is 100 degrees. To me, that sounds very, very hot. Like I will die, it's too hot. But I don't know what that is in Celsius. Do you have any idea? 100,
how much?
100 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's about 38 degrees.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that is hot. 38 degrees. Oh, okay. Ooh.
That's like a typical morning in the summertime where I'm from.
Ooh, wow. Ooh. I think anything above 18 degrees and I start to, my skin turns red and I start to boil. That's the British reaction. I was a bit
confused. When we were driving in England, the signs were in miles per hour.
Ah, yeah.
But I thought you don't use our system.
No, we use the miles, yeah, this imperial system. But if you stop to fill up your car, then you have to do this in liters, but not gallons.
Okay. And we do it in gallons.
Yeah, just to keep you on your toes. So miles, but not kilometers, but liters, but not gallons. It makes a lot of sense.
And how tall are you, Mark?
I am 5 foot and 11 inches.
Ah, so you use feet and inches. Interesting.
Yeah.
And how much do you weigh?
I weigh about 11 stone and I think 10 pounds. So 11 stone 10.
So if anybody can understand that, you get bonus points.
I would say it's about 80. Oh, it was 75 kilograms last month. It's about 80 kilograms this month. So around this weight. And in America, you weigh yourself in just pounds
Only
or
in
just
pounds.
only in pounds? Oh, okay. Interesting. And height is also in feet and inches.
Feet and inches.
Ooh, okay. Oh, very nice. So, how are the sausages looking?
They're looking pretty good. I think they're getting close to done town.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. But in that case, if you think they're almost ready,
Yeah.
I think the oven will be getting warm. Cool. Then what you need to do, you will need to first, we can take these off the heat maybe.
Okay.
So,
Careful, that's hot.
I'll try not to put my hand on it. So then you need to take the batter here and you need to pour it into
all of it in there.
All of it in there.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Can you hand me the red spatula?
I can do that. 1 second. Okay. Nice. Okay, nice. Good job.
I'll tell you, this rubber spatula is very helpful for getting everything.
Is it new?
It is.
Okay.
I never had one before. I always just suffered with a spoon.
Okay. All right. So rubber spatula gets Eric's thumbs up. Good to know.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the batter in the tray. Very nice. So next comes the sausages. So what I prefer to do, because these sausages are very thick, maybe if we get a plate, yep, something like this, and then maybe a knife and a fork, and we can cut the sausages into.
We want to cut them in half.
Yes. Normally the sausages are a little bit thinner, and for this size tray, I think it's nicer when the sausages are in.
Split in half down the middle.
Exactly, just like that.
Not this way?
Not that way.
The long way.
Lengthways.
Lengthwise.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good way to see if they're done.
Yeah.
But it will cook in the oven, right?
Yes. Okay, yeah. So these sausages, they're a little bit pink in the middle. If you prefer, we can you can put them back in the pan and fry them for a few minutes.
Do you think the oven will cook it?
I think so, but I normally, if that's the case, I just fry it quickly in the pan, just to be safe. Because knowing me, we will get food poisoning, and that's never good. But very nice.
Has there been any additional messages from our viewers?
Nope. Nope. The last thing we have is cinnamon snail.
No one's really watching. All right.
It's British food. I wouldn't. Okay. Nice. Yeah, good. Very nice.
Find a good tool to have in the kitchen with some tongs.
Like these tongs? Oh, those tongs are also better.
Are they called tongs in British?
Yep.
They're not like squeezy picker-uppers or something like that?
We call them crocodile jaws. Crocodile jaws.
That's exactly what I would expect.
Of course. All right. Very nice. So, oh, it's making my mouth water already.
And do these go into the batter, Mark, or?
Yes. So
do they get completely surrounded by the batter or just swimming on top?
no, you put them right in. And normally with this amount of batter, you should see just the top of the sausages. Roughly.
Should they be covered or left exposed?
I would push them all the way in. It's
As
fine.
deep as possible?
Yeah, if you can do.
Or should it look like crocodiles swimming in a very scary lake?
Try push it in and see how far it goes. Yeah,
like that.
That will work. Yeah,
okay,
perfectly fine.
People can see that.
We can share it once it's done.
I'll show it to the camera when it's done.
Yeah. So now the sausages need to go into the batter. Very nice.
So if we can run out of space there, Mark.
Yeah, we don't need to put all the sausages in. Maybe
we can have a quick lunch.
Lunch. I do like lunch, as we say in the north of England.
I mean, I could make it work, Mark. I don't know how expanded is it. Does it pop up? Or?
I think that's enough. Yeah, we don't want to. Put too many sausages in. Very nice.
I'll show them what I'm talking about here. Well, we'll try. I don't know if you can see.
A little bit higher. Yeah, nice. And if you can tilt it a little bit without ruining it, that's enough. That's good. So that's the batter. Those are the sausages inside. Very nice.
Cool. Crocodiles.
Crocodiles swimming in batter.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you eat something like this in the US?
No.
No.
No, I can't say we do. Well, we shall see how it tastes.
So what we need to do now is transfer this into the oven, which should be preheated at a nice 200 degrees.
Yeah. How long does it go in the oven for, Mark?
Normally about 25 to 30 minutes. So we won't have time to see it directly now, but maybe before the end we can.
Sausage, Mark?
I do actually. Can I get a fork?
Yeah, let's get a new one. That's a little bit of battery.
There we are.
What wine are you drinking?
Well, we are drinking this wine here. It's called Primitivo. And this is a bottle of the finest wine from, I think, Lidl. And when I say finest, it's just the first bottle that I saw.
Do they have wine? Do they have British wine, Mark? Do they make wine in England?
I think so, but I've never tasted it. But I think it's possible to get this.
I mean, you guys have so much sunshine.
Too much sunshine sometimes. That's the problem. But I think it's possible, but I wouldn't drink it personally, just in case. So, well, the sausages are nice, that's for sure.
This is good. Courtesy of Germany.
Nice, okay. So at least that part worked. And we didn't set fire to anything yet.
And the cat didn't get on fire either. That's good.
That's good. Very nice.
Yes, so, for those of you who watched Connor and Katya sing some Christmas songs, Katya is together with Connor in Austria, and she left her cat here with us. It's my first time with a cat in the house.
Oh. So you are the cat sitter.
I'm cat sitting, yeah. And so far she seems very uninterested in what we're doing right now, which is good because I thought the cat would be jumping in the kitchen and
it's almost
eating some batter, but
maybe she doesn't like our cooking.
I think she doesn't like our smell.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, nice. Very cool. So then tell me, Eric, how much do you know about the UK?
I know that it starts with a U and ends with a K.
Correct. Nice. So I prepared a few questions to test you on the UK for your general knowledge. And these questions, they are very general. If anybody here wants to listen and What's this from Connor? Oh.
Isn't interested in human food.
Okay. Well, that's fine. What we're cooking here is not human food. I don't think anybody would call toad in the hole human food, but still. We'll try it later and we'll see. Cool. So I prepared some questions. And if anybody in the audience, knows the answers to these questions, feel free to write them in and help Erik out, because we will see. There we go. So lots of nice questions here. So first question for Erik. In the UK, the sport people watch the most in Britain is it A, cricket, B, football, C, tennis, or D, rugby?
When you say football, what do you mean?
I mean football, the game of football with the round.
This one, yeah.
The round. Is that your hand or your foot?
Well, see, when this game we call football.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you throw the ball in football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very logical.
Oh, then I'm talking about the other game with the round ball.
Soccer.
Soccer. Yeah, I've heard that name before.
Oh, there.
Yeah. So in the UK, we call the game with the round ball, we call it football. And I guess in America, they call this soccer.
Yeah. So the most watched or played?
The most played.
Most played sport in England? I'm going to go with my, repeat.
Cricket, football, rugby, or tennis? What?
I'm going to go with my American instinct and say that it must be cricket.
Cricket. Oh, okay. Interesting. Steffi says rugby. So we have rugby, we have cricket. Ooh, and the most played sport is actually football. Football by quite a long way. I would say football is up here, and then comes the other sports. I don't know what the second most played sport is, but I think probably cricket, I would say.
I think it's interesting because, when we think about British, and I think I remember back before I ever met a British person, I was on the airplane on my way to London for the first time. They had things to watch, and there was a cricket game. And I thought, wow, of course, because that's what they play in England, yeah? It turns out it's more soccer or football.
Yeah, exactly. We do play cricket, and I think there are not many countries in the world that like this game, but England likes this a lot. But compared to football, everybody plays football when they can.
The only problem is in England, you can't really play football.
We're not very good at it, let's say, considering if you take the amount of practice that we have at this sport, we are very terrible. But I think maybe just because cricket requires a lot of equipment, you need the protection and the gear. Rugby, also, you need to be very big. So we're not very big in England, which is why not so many people are so good at
the
this.
everyday man.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. And we have Callis Corona says field hockey is the second most played sport in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nice. Do you play field hockey or ice hockey?
I played ice hockey.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
In Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like an interesting place to find ice. Arizona.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We like to use as much electricity as possible. So we build a building and crank down the air conditioning so cold that we can have ice skating.
Well, you can use as much electricity as you want because there's no climate change, I heard.
We don't have climate change, and we love nuclear power.
Oh, yes. Oh, very nice.
No problem for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
But not solar power. We don't like that.
Right, okay. Yeah.
It's too environmentally friendly.
Exactly, yeah. And it's probably very difficult to find in Arizona, all that sun.
Yeah. Scarce resource.
Cool, okay, nice. Then let me try a second question for the UK. So, what is the traditional Sunday lunch in the UK? Or if we are in Lincolnshire, the traditional Sunday lunch. So,
choices?
You have fried eggs and bacon, You have roast meat. This can be beef or chicken, different kinds of meat, or pork. We'll just say roast meat. We have fish and chips, or the Cornish pasty. So, pasty.
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 I wonder what a Cornish pasty is.
Pasty, that's the Cornish people. They look very pasty on the skin. So, your options for the traditional Sunday lunch: fried eggs and bacon, roast meat, fish and chips, or a Cornish pasty. Any ideas?
Anybody have some ideas? Yes, Erik. Soccer.
Oh, yes. Anna Marie agrees with Erik that football is soccer, but really...
I'm going to go with my American instincts on this one.
Okay.
And say it must be fish and chips.
Oh, okay.
Fish and chips. Sure. That's the whenever you think of British people, you think of fish and chips.
That's true. That's true. But as a traditional Sunday lunch, very committed to that idea. Okay. So what is the traditional in the pub for lunch? We could have a lot of fun. So then the correct answer would be roast meat.
Sunday.
A Sunday lunch.
Of course, you put on a roast.
Exactly. In the UK, we have a Sunday lunch which involves roast pork or roast beef, normally. Then we have potatoes. We have roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, normally on the plate. Then you have vegetables. These could be Brussels sprouts.
What are Brussels sprouts, Mark?
Ooh, good question. The round green vegetables about this size.
I think if any of my students are watching, they should know this word. Brussels sprouts. What are they? See if we get anybody who remembers this word.
They must come from Brussels.
It's a classic British food, you know. Brussels sprouts.
Steffi says Rosenkohl.
Yeah.
Ah, nice, perfect. So we like these in the UK. But personally, I don't like Rosenkohl.
I love Brussels sprouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grow them in my garden.
Oh, okay. Then if we have a Sunday lunch, you can eat my Rosenkohl. Nice. And then carrots and some other vegetables. And then we have the Yorkshire puddings. Have you ever eaten a Yorkshire pudding?
For dessert?
Not for dessert. That would just be weird. You have to eat the Yorkshire pudding in the middle of your roast dinner.
Pudding for dessert.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate or vanilla.
Crazy Americans. Pudding for dessert. Nope. Yorkshire pudding is actually very similar to the batter that we made and that's in the oven now. You put this in a little tray and it raises and forms little shapes like this, but it's just from the batter.
It's just batter.
Just batter, nothing else. And you put it in the oven and it's very crispy. And you put this on top of all of the other food for your Sunday lunch. Add the gravy on top and mwah.
Sounds very healthy. What's for dinner? Batter. No.
Roasted batter.
That sounds unhealthy. Let's call it something cool, like Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, that's how you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a pudding in Yorkshire, I guess. And that would make what we call a roast dinner or a traditional Sunday lunch.
Okay.
Which also is very similar to what we eat on Christmas Day, which we call Christmas dinner or Christmas lunch. Is really just a Sunday lunch. So it's not that special. It's probably the same thing we eat every Sunday. We just add the word Christmas to it.
Do you at least have some nicer meat involved in the Christmas dinner? Like normally you might have roast, I don't know, pheasant.
Normally not. No, we just add more meat. So instead of just having the roast beef or the roast pork, you have the roast beef and the roast pork.
That's very
clever, yeah. Very smart.
I guess that's more exciting than our sandwiches.
Yeah, that's true. That's but I like there's no cooking involved, so it's nice and easy. You can relax. It's nice. Cool.
Should we check on our what is it called again? Toad in the hole?
Toad in the hole. Let's see how it's going. And
is it worth showing, Mark? Is it safe?
yeah, I mean, we can show how it's got so far, but it is not.
How long has it even been?
Probably should have timed that, but
I think it's been around 15 minutes. You said how long? 20?
About 20. So at the minute, it is not. It hasn't risen yet.
The minute.
So the minute.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah, it needs another, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes.
Cooking, otherwise.
And when it raises, then it's very crispy. And at the moment, it looks not crispy at all. So yeah, definitely leave it in the oven for a lot longer.
Yes.
But good news is we opened the oven and we didn't set fire to the kitchen. So
yes, no fires.
Good job, Mark and Eric.
Cool. Do we would anybody be interested in this recipe to have sent in the chat? No. I thought someone wrote no because that would be really funny.
Steffi says yes, please. Yes. Oh, that's very kind of you, Steffi. Very polite.
Do we have a way to send it to them?
We do. Are you any good at using this technology? Because I am not.
I can try. You sent a picture, didn't you?
I forgot. So no, I did not. But it's just there. There's 2 pictures.
Yeah, I want to be able to save it.
So this recipe, toad in the hole, often you can Google this. I prefer the BBC recipes from the BBC in the UK. They are often very simple, which is good for me. And this recipe was the simplest recipe you can make. You can add many other ingredients to this if you wish, but normally I keep it very simple. Yeah, nice.
That's the one, yeah?
That's the one, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, I'll copy the link for y'all. There was a question, Mark. How do you have to do? Don't you use baking powder?
In the recipe, it just says plain flour. So on the recipe that Eric just sent or put into the group, if you look at the recipe here, it just says plain flour. But I think it's very flexible. The recipe is very simple.
The baking powder helps it rise. Is that an essential thing for?
It's probably would be very helpful. I think it would work also the same. But I think when I tested, I love your answer. Great, I always use plain flour, and it still rises okay. But perhaps you could try this and see if you get different.
It doesn't say in the recipe that you need any baking powder.
No, it just says plain flour, but you can see. And if you wish to add a little bit of extra, I ate this the other day with Anna Marie, and we added baked beans to that.
You can't have a British meal without baked beans.
Exactly.
You like to have that stuff for breakfast.
I know, and dinner, and lunch. So baked beans, you can buy a tin of baked beans in the supermarket, warm it up, add it to the recipe, and then you are eating 100% British. So, and afterwards.
So Mark, we, believe it or not, are
almost
at the end. We have only a couple minutes. And I think the next person on the last round is with Guido and Stefan.
Yes.
And so they will, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but
I guess we will find out.
We'll find out. No, it says that they are talking about the end of the world, I think.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
So no, that'll be real fun. They're going to take the Christmas songs that we all know, and they're going to test Google Translate to see how well Google can translate from different languages. For example, into Russian and then Chinese and back into English.
Okay, that should be interesting.
Should be very interesting.
Oh, nice.
Our toads are getting cooked.
They're in the hole. So
they're in the hole. I think, Mark, what can they imagine that it looks like? They saw it up close. Will it change much?
Just the batter will stop being so yellow. It will turn crispy, a little bit brown. and it will raise up. And when you eat it, it will be quite crispy.
Okay, so that's what we have to look for, yeah?
Yeah.
But I've sent the link, and I'm sure if you Google image search toad in the hole, will you find pictures of frogs or will you find pictures of this meal?
You'll just see toads inside little holes. Now, if you look at the recipe, you will see a picture of how it will look at the end.
Right. Yeah. So if you shall choose to make this for your Christmas dinner, but it still needs at least 10 more minutes. So the same I guess when you want to do a cooking show within 1 hour, that's difficult, yeah?
Yeah.
But at least you see how it was done. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you could understand me and Mark. He's very difficult to understand.
What? Lunch is very easy to understand.
From Bernhard and saying, wish you and your friends Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. At the very end, the Festival of English ends at 4 o'clock. And I believe all teachers will hop on once again at Zoom to say goodbye to everyone. So we'll see you in an hour. Maybe we will be able to show you what it looks like briefly before we close, yeah, if anyone's interested.
Yeah, if we haven't eaten it all by then.
So Guido will be coming up shortly. Let me hop over to that and say goodbye.
Well, bye-bye.